Hello, welcome back to our tutorial series on analog circuit. And in this session, we are going to focus on half-wave rectifiers, which is developed or which can be designed using an operational amplifier right here. This is your op-amp. So we have actually a playlist for the operational amplifiers. So refer to that on our channel for a variety of innovative circuit analysis and design using op-amp. So right now here, we'll focus on how to design a half-wave rectifier using an operational amplifier. So we know that rectifier is a circuit that converts an AC into DC. AC to DC. So it's basically used to create the DC level from an AC input. So you have a sinusoidal signal, let's say our 230 volt AC mains, and then you use a rectifier block to convert into a pulsating DC with some ripples right here, and then you use filter and regulator to smooth it and to make it stabilized respectively. So rectifier is this block just to create a DC level from the AC input. So what we see here, you have an operational amplifier and you have a signal V in that is applied to the inverting terminal, and you have the resistor R1 and R2, and especially there are two diodes, diode D1 and diode D2, and the output is taken from this end. So what for the positive value of the inputs, you have a negative comes at the output, so making this diode forward bias, and the circuit looks like this, where you see that the diode is been replaced with the short circuit right here, and this diode with the negative at its anode becomes open circuit, right? So this is the case for the positive input. So you see now the output voltage is essentially this due to virtual ground, this positive voltage, which is reference to the ground, comes at this node, and output is basically right here, which is equal to 0. So you don't have any output right here. But for the negative values of the input, your output at this node is your positive voltage comes here, making this diode reverse bias and this diode forward bias, and the circuit looks like this. So you see that it is a special case of inverting amplifier. So it's with a gain set by minus R2 over R1. So the input, which is let's say the negative cycle of the AC input, gets inverted with a gain set by the ratio of the two resistors R1 and R2. So this is the case for the negative values of the input. So the polarity of the output can be changed to a negative going by reversing both of the diodes. If you change the diode polarities right here and right here, then you can have just reversed polarity of the output. Okay, now one limitation of the half-wave rectifier is that it only operates on one half cycle of the input. We'll see in the circuit simulation correctly. So let me take you to the design right here. So what you see on the screen is I have taken this operational amplifier. Let me use the annotation right here. Yeah, so here you can see that I have used the operational amplifier, which is the universal operational amplifier. Basically, I'm able to set the gain of 1 into 10 to the power 6, which is the open loop gain. I have chosen the gain bandwidth product of 10 mega and offset voltage 0. So I'm assuming that it is ideal op-amp. Input impedance is about 500 mega. Now, I have built the same circuitry, like you see this diode D1 and this diode D2, and the resistors are chosen. The feedback resistor of 10 kilo ohm, and this resistor is 1 kilo ohm. And what I'm using here is a sinusoidal voltage source. So there is a playlist on our channel using for the electronic circuit design using SPICE. So you can refer to that to understand how we actually pick up the component from the library. For example, here is the library that I used here to pick up all these components and the devices, and then I use the wire connection right here to connect them all together. So essentially what we are doing is we are simulating the behavior of this half-wave rectifier that we just explained the in a moment, right? So let's have a look at here, and these are the power supply rails of plus 5 volt and minus 5 volt, which is applied to let me show you, which is applied right here, right here, and right here. Okay, if you right click the sinusoidal voltage source here, there is a DC offset voltage and amplitude of 1 millivolt. So sine wave is the AC input with the amplitude of 1 millivolt. 1 kilohertz is the frequency, and there is no delay, no phase, and number of cycles are 10. So we are applying this sinusoidal waveform right here. Okay, and this sinusoidal waveform will be half-wave rectified into the output. So we'll see the behavior of this circuit by simulating it. So what you need to do is you click the simulate, then edit simulation card, and I am writing here, for example, I want to run the transient response time domain simulation for this circuit. So I am performing a non-linear time domain simulation. Stop time is 15 millisecond, and time to start saving data, let's say from 0 second, and maximum time steps. If I don't define it, it doesn't take, but I will write 1 milliseconds. And this is the syntax, then the SPICE makes ready for you. As soon as I input these parameters, I click OK. You see now here that this syntax is ready to be run. Once that is done, I have labeled the nets, that is V out. Here is the net A, and here is the net B. That is the net V1. I can actually do the right click on the net and click highlight, so it will highlight the net. Right here again, it highlights the net. So in this way, I can actually highlights all the nets to see that. Okay, having said that, now we are all set to run the simulation. Right click this operational amplifier. You see that this is from the library, a universal operational amplifier where the parameters are given. For example, instance name is U3, SPICE model is level 1. There is only one option. Then this value 2, I am able to write the numbers. That is, open loop gain is chosen 1 mega, gain bandwidth product is 10 mega, mega, and offset voltage is 0. And then SPICE line 2, that is enable signal, then the input current, then your resistance, differential input resistance is 500 mega. So now let us run and see the behavior of this circuit, how it goes. So now you see now what you see here is simple. I haven't plotted anything. So come back to schematic. Your probe highlights the signal you want to plot. And here in the left bottom, you see the probe. As soon as the probe comes over the schematic, I get this message. Extreme left bottom, click to plot voltage of node 001. So and DC operating point at this node is 0 volt. So I click here, and you see I got these 10 cycles that I have chosen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. with respect to, so for the 10 millisecond. And this is a 1 kilohertz sinusoidal waveform, 1 millivolt peak, as you can see, 1000 microvolt. So it is 2 millivolt peak to peak. Now what I do, I will then come back to schematic again and click V plot. So V output, you can see now in the blue is your output. So for a positive half cycle, output is zero, but for the negative half cycle, you got this inverted output with a gain set by the ratio of the resistor R2 over R1, which is 10 times the gain. And it is inverted output because for the negative half cycle, it is acting as an inverting amplifier. So let me show you that. You see here, this is your signal for the positive input, and this is circuit for the negative input. So for the negative input, it is acting as an inverting amplifier with the gain as shown. So we come back to simulation. So it is matching with the theory calculations, and that's it. So if you want to use the um, plot plane, so you can just shift the output to the upper plane, or maybe let's say we in up and we out down. Okay, let's say the behavior one of the diodes, if you want to. So maybe add plot pane and then click add trace, and you want to see the voltage drop across the diode D1. So plot V of B minus V of A. So that's the voltage difference across the diode D1, and click OK. And you can see that for a positive half cycle, the voltage drops across D1 is being plotted, right? So when the diode is forward bias, you have a forward voltage drop of 500 millivolt or 480 millivolt, for example. Zoom to fit. Okay. What about we just use the practical diode? For example, pick up a new diode, and these are all, so many diodes are there. So let's use this diode instead, or maybe simply this diode. For example, we'll see the behavior if it changes. You can see that is pretty same, but drop in voltage, the cut-in voltage or forward voltage drop is 480 millivolt. Yeah, 480 millivolt. So again, zoom to fit. So this is how you can actually plot the voltage drops across the diode. So this is how you got this half-wave rectifier. Now coming back to our schematic representation. So here the polarity of the output can be changed to negative going by reversing the both of the diodes. So you just change the diode polarities right here. Right here, as I explained to you earlier, just change the diode polarities, this and this, and you will get the inverted output. One limitation of the half-wave rectifier is that it only operates on one half cycle of the input. So you can actually see only one half cycle of the input is being processed. Other half cycle is not there. So option is to go for a full wave rectifier. And for operation with a single positive power supply voltage, for example, let's say you are using a dual power supply right here. What if you use the single power supply plus V volt, but minus V volt is 0 volt? In that case, the non-inverting input, that is this one. Let me zoom in right here. Yeah, so in that case, the non-inverting input, this one, would not be connected to the ground. Rather, it would be connected to the half the supply voltage. That will be called as a reference voltage. So if that is the case, then the zero input output signal will be then starting. So for example, your output signal, this is your input, but output signal will start from the reference voltage. Okay, so let me draw that and to explain you well. So what will happen here, your output currently is like this. That is your inverted output. It is starting from the zero for the initial case. But when you have a single power supply, so your output would be looking like a sine, but zero would be here, and this will be V reference. V reference. Okay, so it is just a level shifted. Okay, so you understood this complete operation of these half-wave rectifier using the op-amp. We'll see the full wave rectification in the subsequent